Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Killingsworth. So I tried this earlier and we had a thunderstorm come through and it didn't record. So we're going to hope this time works. This is going to be over your math pages for week 2. But before we open up the math book, we're going to watch a video from Professor Berger as an introduction. Okay, let's see if it works.
Hey, Joey, what are you doing there?
Oh, hey there, Professor Berger. Well, I'm having difficulties with my math question, so I have come up with a plan.
That involves a screwdriver?
Yeah, see, I have to count all the wheels on these cars, and it's a bit confusing, so I've decided to take all the wheels off and then count them and put them back on, stand back.
Wait a minute. Wait, Joey, there's actually, I think, an easier way of doing that. Why don't we think about it together and use math to solve the riddle?
Oh, that would be great.
Okay, come on over here. Let's have some fun. So, here's the question. Jeff has 6 toy cars. Okay, now his sister gives him 2 more cars.
Ooh.
Now, as you already know, each car has 4 wheels.
Yeah, they do. Look at that.
I know, I see it. Now, here's the question. How many wheels are on Jeff's toy cars? So let's think about it. First of all, we have to realize that we have 6 cars at the beginning. That's what Jeff has.
Right.
And then his sister gives him 2 more. So the first thing you have to realize is how many cars does he have in all? He had 6, and then he had 2. So that's actually an addition question.
Right, because he's got more.
Exactly. So we take 6 plus 2, and 6 plus 2 we know is 8. So, in fact, he has 8 cars, and each car has 4 wheels. Now, it's still really hard, and it still might involve a screwdriver. So let's try to make it even more easy to see. So let's just visualize it. So I'm going to bring on the 6 cars, and remember, each car has 4 wheels. So here we see them. So notice I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, and notice that in each group we see 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they represent the wheels. So we have here 6 groups of 4. Now, don't forget that his sister gave him 2 more cars. Let's bring them on.
Beep, beep.
Beep, beep. Nice. So now we have 8 groups of 4.
Right.
So now all we have to do is we count 4 for this, because there's 4 here, and then we add 4 again.
Ooh. Okay. Can we make a race out of it?
Uh-oh, I think you're going to win. But here, I'll show it to you. If I put all the 4s there, okay, want to make a race?
Yeah.
Here we go.
On your mark, get set, go! Excellent.
So you see, we're going to count 4 for each one of these groups.
Okay.
And so all we have to do is add 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. And you know how to do that.
That's 4. A lot of 4s.
It is, but if you take them one at a time, 4 plus 4, that's 8. And if you take 8 and add 4, you get 12. And you keep adding all the 4s, 4 at a time. And at the end, we see the answer is 32.
Well, how about that? And
so the answer to the whole question is, we see there are 32 wheels on Jeff's toy cars. And why? Because we had 8 groups of 4. So 8 groups of 4, in fact, 8 equal groups of 4, in fact, give us 32. That's a fact you can always remember. Whenever you have 8 equal groups of 4, you always have 32. And that's it.
Oh, that was great, Professor. And I can still play with all of my cars. Math is really fun.
Finally, a concert. Have fun with math. We'll see you soon. You always love that.
See you later.
Okay, so I'm hoping that it's recording with volume still with the microphone. Now, as I said, I tried it once and it didn't work, so that's why some of this is filled in. Let's open our math books to page 387. Go ahead and hit pause while you get it ready. Okay, on page 387, yours is blank. I wanted to point out for the parents who might not have known that on the beginning of a unit, this one's 12.1, which is adding equal groups. The problem is down at the bottom where it says for the teacher. So this is the part that I'm going to read for us to solve this section here. It says draw to model the problem and write the skip counting to find the total. And it says Jim's shoes. So the problem is Jim has 4 pairs of shoes. How many shoes does he have? Well, a pair of shoes is 2 shoes, 1 for each foot. So they've already given us the boxes. And what you're going to do is you're going to draw in the 2 shoes. So this is 1 pair of 2 shoes. So you're going to draw your 2 shoes in. This is a second pair of 2 shoes, a third pair, and a fourth pair. So then we're not counting how many pairs, we're counting how many shoes. So this is 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Now if we skip count, that would be 2, 4, 6, 8. So he has 8 shoes in all. Go ahead and pause while you fill that in, and then you can hit play when you're ready for the next part. Okay, Ella's flower petals. So Ella has 5 flowers, and each flower has 5 petals. So they gave us the boxes to represent the flowers. Those are the flowers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to draw your 5 petals into each box, into each flower. So this is 1 flower with 5 petals, 2 flowers with 5 petals, a third flower with 5 petals, a fourth flower with 5 petals, and a fifth flower with 5 petals. They don't want to know how many flowers, they want to know how many petals. So that would be 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. And if we skip count, it would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 flower petals. Okay, go ahead and hit pause. And when you're ready for the next section, you can hit play. Okay, this is on page 388. It says model and draw. Chin has 4 pages of postcards. Each page has 5 postcards. How many postcards does Chin have? They've already filled in your addition. This is 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. You can skip count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. So it should be 20 postcards. Chin has 20 postcards. Okay, go ahead and let's move down to the next part. You're going to do, just like the example problem, you're going to fill in for 1, 2, 3, and 4 the exact same way, filling in the addition portion and giving me the total. So number 1 says you have 3 bowls of 3 apples. So you're going to have 3 apples plus 3 more apples plus 3 more apples, and then your total number of apples and your total apples. So number 2, 2 plates of 4 cookies. So you're adding the cookies plus the cookies. That'll give you the total, and you're going to tell me how many cookies in all. Number 3, you have 3 bags of 5 potatoes. So you're going to have potatoes plus potatoes plus potatoes. You're going to tell me the total and tell me how many potatoes in all. Then number 4, 2 boxes of 8 oranges. So you're going to do oranges plus oranges. Tell me the total and then how many oranges in all. Go ahead and hit pause while you fill in 1, 2, 3, and 4. And hit play when you're ready for the next. Okay, so this is problem number 5. Again, it was already filled in because I've done this once before. Okay, so it says to use counters. You don't have to use counters if you don't have them. If you want to use counters, you could use Legos, you could use pennies, socks, whatever you want. It says draw and add equal groups. Find the total. 5 groups of 4 counters. So they've given us our groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went and drew in my counters, 4 counters. So I have 4 counters in this group, 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 and 4 counters in this group. So my addition problem is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. Because I don't want to know the groups, I want to know the counters. I want to know how many counters. I don't want to know how many groups. I want to know how many counters. So if I skip count by 4s, I would get 20. But if I can't skip count, then I'm going to add. 4 and 4 is 8, right? This is 8. 8 plus 4 would be, you could count up. Put 8 in your head, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? 12 plus 4 more should be 16, because the 4 plus 2 is 6, and you have the 10, that's 16. 16 plus 4, if you need to put it in your head, put it in your head and count up. 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so 20 counters. See how it's just adding when you're skip counting? Repeated addition. All right, do number 6 on your own. It says 4 groups of 3 counters. They've drawn your groups. You've got to fill in your counters, fill in what you're adding, and the total counters. Hit pause while you do that. Okay, number 7 is a higher order thinking, a hot question. That means it's going to take it's not going to be real easy and straightforward. It might have multiple steps, and this one does because it says multi-step. Jeff has 5 toy cars. Then his sister gives him 3 more toy cars. Each toy car has 4 wheels. How many wheels are on Jeff's toy cars? So first we have to figure out how many cars he has. He started off with 5, and I had drawn the 5 on here. So these are my 5 that he starts with. Then his sister gives him 3 more. So that's an addition problem right there. 5 and 3 more. So then I drew his other 3. So he had 5, he got 3 more. 5 and 3 is 8. So he has 8 toy cars in all. We don't want to know how many toy cars he has, though. We want to know how many wheels he has. And each car has 4 wheels. So now you have to go and draw in your 4 wheels for each of his cars and tell me how many wheels in all. Go ahead and hit pause while you solve that. Okay, number 8. It's another higher order thinking one. Angela used these counters to act out a problem. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, and there are 2 counters in each group I see. It says write a problem that Angela could have solved with these counters. So you have to come up with a problem based on this picture, okay? Use complete sentence, capital and punctuation for your problem. Hit pause while you solve that. Okay, number 9. It says there are 2 juice boxes for each person at a picnic. There are 10 people at the picnic. So I've got to think of this. Each person has 2 juice boxes. So I'm going to draw my people like they're holding the juice boxes. So my circles are going to be my big circles here. My groups are my people. So this is person 1, person 2, person 3, person 4, person 5, person 6, person 7, person 8, person 9, person 10. But I'm not done because I have to put their 2 juice boxes. So 2 boxes there, 2 boxes there, 2 here, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. So now you have to put in what you're adding by, because I want to know how many juice boxes. So 2 plus 2 and come up with the answer for all of that. Hit pause if you need to. Number 10. Use counters to model 3 equal groups of 5 objects. 3 equal groups. So my groups are going to be 3. 1, 2, 3. So there's my groups. And I'm going to have 5 objects in each group. So you need to draw in your 5 objects in each group. Tell me the addition problem and the total. Okay? Hit pause if you need to. Number 11. Brett has 3 bags of shells. He has 4 shells in each bag. How many shells does he have? Well, I would draw my 3 bags and then put my 4 shells in each bag and then solve it. Hit pause if you need to. Okay, for this next part, I want you to do your best to do it on your own. I want to see how well you're getting it, if we need to extend our practice on it some more, or if we're doing okay with it. So do your best to do it on your own. I will read it to you, but I'm not going to give you the extra help that I was giving on the others. So this is page 391. Add equal groups to find the total number of objects. Number 1. 2 boxes of 3 toy tops. So we want to know how many toy tops. So how many plus how many equals the total, and write the total number of toy tops again. 4 groups of 5 pennies. So they're asking for, if you look here, the pennies. So what plus what plus what plus what equals the total and the total number of pennies. Okay. Number 3, 3 groups of 4 counters. So what are you adding? And what's your total counters? And number 4 is like Professor Berger's problem, and like the one that we practiced earlier. It's a multi-step. It says Jonathan has 2 toy cars. Then he buys 2 more toy cars. Each toy car has 4 wheels. How many wheels are on Jonathan's toy cars? So it's going to take you doing some adding before you can do your equal groups of adding. Okay. Then on the back, I'm going to read the questions. Number 5. Linda has 6 bags of ribbons. She has 5 ribbons in each bag. How many ribbons does she have? I would draw it out. Draw your bags, draw the ribbons in the bag. Okay. Number 6. Jason's family is having a cookout. His father plans to cook 3 small pieces of chicken for each person. How many pieces of chicken will he cook for 7 people? Again, I would draw it, okay? Help you solve it. Number 7, Julie is having a dinner party. She wants to have 2 bottles of water for each person. There will be a total of 9 people at dinner. How many bottles of water does she need? And number 8, Mark, his sister, and his 4 friends are sharing a box of mini pizzas. Each person will get 5 mini pizzas. What is the total number of mini pizzas in the box? I would draw it out like we've done before. Okay. Don't forget to take a picture of all your work when you're done and send it to me by Friday. I look forward to seeing how you do and to see how well you're understanding the repeated addition of the equal groups. I miss you all. I hope you're having a good time at home and staying safe. Bye.